What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're here on Citadelle Des Morts, and I'm going to be bringing you another Rampage Inducer guide. We will be going through the first 31 rounds with the Rampage Inducer on, and I will be showing you guys what I do, when I do it, and why. Hoping to share my strategy, showing you where to train the zombies, when I get the upgrades, all that good stuff. Hoping to keep you guys alive longer and improving at the game. I think by the time you guys are done watching this, you'll go into your next match and likely have more success than you ever have before. And if that is the case, please let me know down in the comment section below that has happened, because then I know I've achieved my goal. But obviously off the rip here, we do just need to train up our zombies and start just absolutely pile driving them. The goal first, to get the Rat King Easter egg done before we do any upgrades. Why? Because there's a potential for free upgrades through that, and that'll help us out a ton throughout this journey. So grab the nuke now. Hopefully it won't take out too many of our guys. Let me go ahead and get the wheel of cheese out of here, which is what I normally forget. I should make my way over here as well. Hopefully you guys know where all these rats are. If you don't, you might miss them throughout this because I'm not going to likely show all of them. But make sure you guys know where the Rat King's Easter egg setup is, because definitely worth doing. One of the very few that I think is worth the time, just because it doesn't take a lot of extra time. If you ever see me not utilize a side quest, it's likely because I feel like it takes up more time than it's worth, and I'd rather just progress the rounds and get toward whatever it is that I'm trying to get to. So in the case of this round specifically, you will likely not see me do the PhD side quest, even though PhD is insanely important to the run. I'm going to live a little bit longer with it, or without it, I guess, just to get it through Wonder Fizz, because I feel like doing that side quest is a little bit annoying, and I would rather just, again, progress the rounds. It is going to be a bit more of a risk. If you guys feel like it's too much of a risk, you guys are more than welcome to obviously go ahead and do the PhD side quest, but I also think by doing a run specifically on Citadel, it's going to be a different type of run than you've done on the other maps, and not having PhD might push you to your limits a little bit more, giving you a better chance to improve as a player. Okay, quick insta-kill. These guys need to keep dropping us plates. As many zombies out of here as we can. No, we got to reload. Wish I wouldn't have done another animation. I don't know how long I want to stay in this first area. I guess it kind of depends. Maybe a couple more rounds? Oh, there's a double point. It's too bad it's coming in for the bug round. Yeah, when it comes to how long I stay in the first room, a lot of it is dependent on the map, just because the goal is to get as many points as possible so that we can actually make it all the way to the Pack-a-Punch room in one shot. That is always the goal. So on Shattered Veil, it's usually like 7 or 8, and sometimes I get really good power-ups, and I just decide to stay a few extra rounds because it does end up reducing the amount of time spent throughout the match. One of the main reasons I love the Rampage Inducer is it allows me to get through the initial wave of the slowest rounds, get myself upgraded all the way, and then be able to fight the good fight the way that I want to, right? I don't have to spend 45 minutes making it to 25 plus, getting all of my upgrades, and then starting the rounds at a really, really slow rate. I can get through the first initial rounds in like 20 minutes, and then, you know what I mean? Make my way through. That's kind of like the fun part for me in a lot of these runs, is just seeing how far I can make it and how fast I can do that. Kind of like a speed run to some degree, but I'm only racing against myself and the weapons that I'm using. So like for Shattered Veil, as an example, I think my fastest ever 41 rounds was in like 43 minutes or 44 minutes, somewhere in there, with the AMAX. And I feel like that's absolutely crazy. Averaging like less than a minute, or I guess just over a minute per round is crazy, on top of the fact that you had to get all your upgrades along the way, right? All right, so this is probably the round we're going to leave this area. I think we should have more than enough points. I'm also hoping the Rat King Easter egg blesses us a little bit. I don't want to go too far either, because then the Doppel will be a little bit more of a pain to fight. There's a nuke, but we're not going to grab it. Okay, get the rest of our guys out of here, down to 1, and onward. Not only just for this, but in general, I always recommend getting down to like 1 to 2 zombies. That way you can kind of focus on whatever it is that you're trying to do. Open doors, in this case, rotating the cannon, buying Pack-a-Punch, or buying your Pack-a-Punch upgrades, your perk upgrades, anything of that nature. I'm going to try to get this rat out of here. Come on, man. Can you move? Like, this guy's just hitting me nonstop. I wish this... If it didn't move, I'm going to be annoyed. It didn't move. Why is this guy just harassing me and the rat's not leaving? So far, this is the second to last map that we need to do a Rampage Inducer guide on. The very last one will be Terminus. I feel like a lot of people are going to benefit from that one specifically. But honestly, as long as I feel like even a few of you are benefiting from these types of guides, videos, new player types of content, whatever the case is, I'm going to continue making it regardless of the views and stuff. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these. Hopefully you guys are living longer than ever. And hopefully some of you are not only having more fun, but you know what I mean? Improving along the way. That's the whole goal. This zombie behind me is absolutely just obnoxious. I don't know what his deal is, but he's been on demon time the entire time. All right, get away from me. Can we not? Can we not? Why the heck is this guy doing that? Can we not? Can we not? Why is my health not coming back? There we go. Why do we have so many zombies all of a sudden? What happened here? 2 parasites, like 5 zombies. Only one of these zombies is legit. Okay, Doppel's about to go down. There we go. Stay away from this guy. Come on, parasite. Work with me here. I got the parasite out. That one and that one. All right, we grab our crystal, turn that in. Yeah, we had way too many enemies there. I don't know why we got so many more. Why is there another parasite? What is happening here? Can he get out of here? There we go. Okay, all the rats are here. Time to feed them the cheese and see what they gift us. And then from there, we can choose our upgrades. We got an epic tool, which is insane luck. Actually insane luck. We just got one of the best dang upgrades we could have asked for outside of maybe Pack-a-Punch, right? Pack-a-Punch, epic tool, both pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and finish off our zombies here. That was actually perfect. Like, we couldn't have expected anything better. Let's go ahead and get Pack-a-Punch here. Let me hit this just in case I don't have camos on. Oh, maybe I shut the camos off. Oh, I think if I turn them off, it doesn't matter if I hit that. I thought you could turn them on and off by hitting that still. I wasn't really sure, but I thought you could. I thought that was why it was there. Okay, we're going to try to stay down here. This is going to be the risky part. We're going to try to stay down here long enough to get Pack-a-Punch level 2 if we can. Just because it's going to reduce the amount of time we're going to have to spend here. I probably should get Jug very, very soon. Okay, there we go. Was that another decoy? No, it wasn't a decoy. Okay, the only dangerous thing... Let me get the parasite out of here. The only dangerous thing is the parasite. It's just beaming me from a long distance, which timed poorly could really not work out in my favor. Oh, we do have that. That's kind of nice. And we're working with plates, so go ahead and shoot these guys. I do want to save a zombie. I'm going to go get some perks. Remember, you don't have to get anything too crazy in the early rounds. Oh my god, why does that got to drop an insta-kill? I got to finish the round. We're going to grab the insta-kill. I think I'm just going to run up there to get Jug. Normally, I do not advocate for doing it during a round, but we do have the insta-kill. I wanted to make sure we could grab it, so I feel like it was kind of worth. And I should be able to get the 2-plater as well, so it should be worth the little bit of risk for this adventure. Okay, can we not hit me every single time I go by here? Thank you. Go by that. Get rid of this animation, and we're good. Okay, now let's try to finish this round quickly. We can also start saving for our legendary rarity, which is crazy to think about. Get that out of the way. No, can we not do that? What the hell? These came out of freaking nowhere. All right, there we go. I'm going to try to buy this 2-plater, but I need you guys to stop spawning for a second. I don't know why there's so many of them out here. Thought I killed most of them already. This is the thing about this game that throws me off sometimes. You think you're at the end of a round, and that is just not how it works. Okay, we need to start grabbing these stamps, because if we don't turn the stamps in, those helmet dudes will never stop spawning, and they will mess up your entire run. So let's get our 2-plater. I'm not even going to bother opening that door yet, because we don't have to, and I am going to deliver this stamp, so that way I can, you know, get one of these out of the way. Eventually, we'll get all 4 of them out of the way, and then we can stop coming over here. But you at least want to return the stamps as you go to reduce a very annoying situation later on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab Quick Revive, and then we will proceed forward here. We will proceed forward. I do need to get an ammo mod. I should have grabbed one, but we can get one when we go toward the front, where we're actually planning on farming our rounds. We are not going to be doing that here the entire time. This is a very dangerous area. If you guys didn't watch my limited play space challenge, where I stayed within this room for the entirety of the rounds, the only time I left was on at the end of a round saving zombies to get upgrades, but otherwise we fought all of our battle in here. We made it way further than I anticipated we would, but it was definitely extremely challenging. Okay, so this is not the place I would usually advocate hanging out too long, but in the earlier rounds, again, you haven't invested that much time at round 12 with the Rampage Inducer on yet, so you're in a pretty good spot. And we are powerful. We are very powerful, so that's kind of nice. I have not used my decoy yet, which I'm sitting on, trying to hold on for the later part of the round if I can, or later rounds. Probably gonna have to use it here though. Oh, we got an insta-kill. That's crazy. Go ahead and plate. Yeah, we did get quick revive because we knew we were going to be down here, putting ourselves at high risk. And plus, without double tap being here, without, you know, some of the more important things that I normally go for being closely available, I just kind of change things up on this map. Oh, look at that. We got our last two. I shouldn't leave to turn this in. I'm going to leave and turn this in. I have a shroud. Normally, I would not do this. Do not do this normally, unless you have a way to get back down. Because I want to grab the final stamp. If I'd have realized it faster, I would have just waited. But this way, I can grab the last stamp and not have to make my way all the way back down there. I'm going to throw this, actually. Let's just do that. It's an early enough round. I should be able to make some leeway here. I might even end up getting Vulture Raid somewhat soon. Kind of depends. Kind of depends. Hey, can we not do this? Thank you. I'm going to Shroud. I'm going to try to kill as many of them as I can. What's that? Armor. We like armor. These guys are all going that way. And we're going to go this way. I mean, the good news is they're all going to come right down the lane here and make it very easy for us to eliminate them all. Get as much salvage as we can. Beautiful. I have enough for Pack-a-Punch level 2. I need to get back to the bottom. Need to get back to the bottom. I still have another Shroud, which is great. Play off of what you have available to you. Like I said, do not put yourself in these weird positions like I currently am, but without a way out, without a Shroud, without something. Now I can grab this other stamp here, W, and I need to be very careful here, though, because I do not have a decoy. Oh my god, how many times are y'all going to hit me? There's no way I got that many arms hitting me. Okay, we should be able to do pretty good damage here. Watch out. Whoa. Chaos is ensuing. Okay, we're going to try to take that guy out. He's going to try to take us out, too. Wait. Why are we trapped? Why did the zombie stand there? That was kind of a troll. The zombie actually stood in the way when it should have been moving the entire time. Like, why did you stay in one spot? Get out of here with that. Okay, you're going to go down. There we go. Stay away from you. And we should be fine. All right. Let's see if there's any plates available to us. Kind of what I'm hoping is here somewhere. Oh, there's a nuke. Let's hit the nuke. Just hit the nuke, and we'll do this the way we were going to all along. We're going to go ahead and Pack-a-Punch to level 2. I'm going to go hit the slide toward the front. This should be able to put us in a somewhat decent spot. Now we're not going to be trapped. We're going to be really powerful. Like I said, a lot of risk on this map by not having PhD, but I think the way it's designed, it's worth it to, you know, go for the risky maneuvers. Like, you could realistically do the PhD thing, but I'm already on 16. I know 9 rounds from now we'll be on 25, and although it's going to get a bit chaotic from time to time here, I feel fairly confident in myself that I can make this work. We do have ourselves an amalgam, but we are more than powerful for fighting that, especially with epic rarity. I mean, we'd be pretty close to epic rarity regardless. I just need to get an ammo mod now, and we will be in business. Oh, God. I mean, I'm looking at a pretty good amount of salvage right now. We got lucky with the epic rarity, don't get me wrong, but that's just going to lead us to an earlier legendary rarity. And no PhD, I mean, we're doing just fine. I don't know if it's the play space that we have here that makes it work, but this is one of the few maps I'm kind of okay with the situation we're putting ourselves in. No PhD, keeping our distance. You're going to have to be a lot more careful with your slides. You're going to want to be a lot quicker with your fist swaps and stuff. Or melee, if that's what you prefer. All right, amalgam down. Absolutely excellent. I think what I'm going to go ahead and grab real quick is Speed Cola. Speed Cola is close by. It does do us some wonders, being able to reload a bit faster. And especially when we need to eliminate elites or specials really fast, being able to get our ammo back in. Earlier on is pretty nice. But at this point, like, a lot of these runs and a lot of the Rampage Inducer strategy that I used is based on how comfortable I am with the game and, like, what I'm willing to risk, right? Like, I might end up just sitting on these 3 perks for the next 9 rounds, 8 rounds, whatever the case is, until I can get the rest. Not everybody might be comfortable with that. So you are welcome to make trips back into the castle and actually grab stuff like Stamina Up if that's what you like. Or you can get Elemental Pop if you want that. Or you can get Deadshot Daiquiri, which isn't that far away, right? But I kind of like to just build up my points. I have a specific strategy that I normally follow, and I just kind of grab the things as I feel like they're the most necessary. Survival stuff like Quick Revive and Jug and whatever the case might be, I'm just absolutely trolling right there. Yeah, those are the things I usually get first. Speed coal is beneficial just because you can reload faster, swap to your fists, or swap to your weapon quick, which I find the most crucial. But if you're ever wondering why I choose what I choose when I choose it, that is 100% the mindset. Well, these guys, I still have a stamp on me, but I didn't turn it in. Maybe I don't have to turn the last one in. If we see another one of those guys, I'll go turn it in. But I turned 3 in, holding on to 1. So far, so good. Nothing too crazy when it comes to the bug rounds. Just keep yourself moving at all times. You can do the exact same rotation. Move clockwise or counterclockwise, whatever makes the most sense to you. Oh, we have our guy. We have our guy. Okay, keep our distance here. We're gonna definitely get hit. It's kind of interesting when you think about how this armor system was designed, because it's 100% designed knowing you're gonna get hit. Like, they definitely had that in mind, because they drop plates, you take X amount of damage. Like in old zombies, they were more banking on you not getting hit at all. This is more about mitigation of hits than it is not getting hit. In some cases, you will be able to avoid not being hit, but the way these guys move, especially with Rampage on, it's pretty hard. Okay, slide out of the way here. You have to be a little bit more on your toes. I feel like this play space is really what makes me comfortable with the fact that I don't have PhD for as long as I'm going without it. We're still here. Get these guys out. The bonus points. Our amalgam is slow, so we just don't want to get grabbed. Okay, we should be able to finish this amalgam off. There we go. Amalgam down. And now we can focus on the rest of our zombies here. Yeah, it doesn't look like those guys are spawning anymore, but I think that makes sense. 3 of them are turned in, holding on to 1. I shouldn't need another stamp to drop, therefore, why would it drop? Now, the beginning of these rounds are always going to be the most chaotic. You're just going to be bobbing and weaving and moving and grooving and hopefully not dying. But all you can really do is try your best to get as many of these guys grouped up as possible. Keep on keeping on. Slide, move, slide. And you should be able to group up all of them in this area. You will get some that spawn in front of you like I'm getting right now. But you should be able to get most of them to spawn within this area. And then you can just kind of line them up and shoot them in the head. It does make things a little easier. Oh god, it's a little sketchy. I'm trying to get this Doppel out. Focus all on Doppel. The guy's doing the shortcuts across. I think I got him out. We're good. Dude, the armored guys, though, that stand right in front of you, they never seem to take that much damage. There must be a reduced damage spot, like real close quarters. Look how many helmets we got now, too. All these helmet guys. Get out of here. But, I mean, you've seen me have a few areas of scariness trying to squeeze through the zombies, but for the most part, we've done pretty well without having PhD. I will say, though, I don't think we do this without quick revive, because it's just be a little bit too hectic. So if you choose not to get quick revive for some reason, you should expect the no PhD thing to be really rough. I mean, it's still kind of rough, let's be honest. And it's going to depend on your movement a little bit on how much it affects you, but I definitely think without quick revive, it'd be a GG. Because obviously quick revive is going to save you from going down in the moment that you might go down. But we got an insta-kill. It's actually a nicely timed one. We're going to do a little wrap around. There's a plate on the ground, so I'll go ahead and plate. And then I can grab this, and then we can try to destroy everyone. Yep. Everyone, get out of here. Normally, I wouldn't back myself into this, but given the fact that it is an insta-kill, I will go ahead and pull that trigger. Okay, I'm going to throw an early decoy there, just so I can actually take a little bit of advantage of this insta-kill and the double points and everything combined. All right, we got our Doppel out right off the rip. Only a few more rounds to go without this PhD. I feel like some of you are probably thinking this guy's insane, and you might be right, but I promise it's worth it in the end. Like, you haven't invested that much time in retrospect to your other runs. If you're not running the Rampage Inducer, you have spent way more time to get this far than you ever will when you're running the Rampage Inducer. Unless you're just really holding on to a lot of zombies. That guy's transforming. Unless you're holding on to a lot of zombies for really long periods of time in between rounds to do upgrades, which you shouldn't have that many moments where that's taking place, you're going to be flying. You're going to be absolutely flying with the Rampage Inducer on. Right, we should almost be through this round. Make sure I hit the headshots. There we go, and there we go. All right, we have more than enough for Legendary. I've had more than enough for Legendary for a while. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and grab that. I kind of base a lot of my upgrade choices on, number one, when I have the currency, but number two, how much I'm actually struggling in that moment. At this point, we are not really struggling all that much, but I want to get perks first before we get pack 3. So we just kind of have to wait a couple more rounds. Luckily, this one is a bug round. And we have dead wire on. I could have got dead wire way earlier, so that's my bad. I was kind of just locked in, to be fair. So get dead wire as early on as you can. Especially if you don't end up getting it for a free reward from the Rat King Easter egg. Okay, Doppelgas comes in, and Doppelgas gets eliminated immediately. I promise you, if you kill that guy, like, right off the rip, you will be in great shape. We just have to survive this one more round, and then we can buy our stuff. We're almost there. Yeah, just run really far on the outside ring here. You will get some spawners that kind of try to stop you, but overall, you should be able to maintain pace, stay out in front of the Amalgam and any of the other enemies that might be catching up, and hopefully do a significant amount of damage. What is that over there? Hopefully that's not an armor and it's like a nuke or something. That would be kind of nice. There comes Deadwire locking us down. So obviously not having Deadwire off the rip, I did make it a little bit more difficult for myself. I'm throwing this. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell just happened right there? That timing of that explosion was insane. All right, let's go ahead and get the nuke. Get everybody grouped up. I only wanted to get them all over there just in case it could help me flip the round. I don't know if it's going to, though. That explosion threw me off my game. I hate that the cars explode and do damage to the player anyway. Like, just make them explode already. It's a damn outbreak, for Christ's sake. Okay, we just have like a touch over a handful of zombies left. Let's get that guy out of the way there. Those two out of the way. Oh, hell yeah. Get that guy out of the way there. I'm going to try to wait for a second to grab that insta-kill. If we can make it work. Okay, round 25. We're going to go ahead and pop this. It takes 2.5 business days to get out of the animation. Now we can buy what we came here for. We're going to want that and that. And I bought Death Perception. I bought Death Perception. Normally I don't do that. I'm kind of mad. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get... Oh, didn't get the insta-kill. Yeah, I'm kind of mad that I did not get Death Perception there. Or that I got Death Perception there. It's going to set me back on getting my Pack-a-Punch level 3. It's all good. It's all good. It's like, what, 8,000, 7,500, something silly? So... we are just going to have to wait a little longer on pack. Not a big deal. I didn't mean to grab it. It happens. But I did end up using both shrouds there. Normally, I wait till the end of the round if I can, but knowing that I had 2 shrouds, I was pretty much guaranteed a safe way out. I was comfortable doing it. And I'm going to be able to build one back up pretty quickly here. One bug I really wish they would address is the fact that you cannot see your field upgrade recharging a consistent amount in this game. If you have the double charge thing. I don't know why it does it. As you can clearly see, we're eliminating the zombies at a pretty fast pace. Oh, there it is. It's magically available to us again. But we did not see the progress up to that point. Now that we actually do have all the perks, though, we are really powerful. So despite not wanting to get Death Perception, I guess it all works out. It's kind of funny, too, because I was talking about how surviving without PhD is a struggle. But I kind of feel like it's... even more ridiculous the moment after Wonder Fizz. Like, you have to get PhD when the Wonder Fizz becomes available, because the next rounds, like the ones we're in now, they just are so insane with zombies spawning in. You have such an easy chance of getting absolutely just cut off and trapped. All right, like that. What the heck just happened there? That did not work in my favor. Stay away from these guys. Get our Doppelgast out of here. We just have so many armored dudes, and the dude is moving so fast. It's crazy to watch their legs move like that. They are just unbelievable. The strategy does stay the same, though. We're just running in a complete circle, hoping for the best. Probably going to go get Pack-a-Punch level 3 as soon as we get down to the last of our zombies here. Let's go ahead and there we go. We're down to 1 and Pack-a-Punch level 3 time. All right, we made it back. We got Pack 3. Everything is juiced. We're all the way juiced. We don't have any other issues. We got the 3-plater. I did put myself at a bit of a risk, you could say, though, for the simple fact that I spent literally all my points. We had 300 essence left over. Oh, what the hell? I didn't even see this guy. What? That was insane. All right, watch out for the amalgam that I wasn't looking for. That was kind of funny, but also fun at the same time. And right now, we are definitely powerful. I don't feel like I'm at nearly the threat I was. Oh, 2 amalgams. This is where things get really fun. And we can PhD around these guys on the outside. Should be able to watch out. There we go. Double points coming in clutch. We ended up with 6K. We got enough for ammo again. Let's go. That was my one worry. I mean, not that we're out of ammo or anything, or even close at this point. Okay, slide. Watch out. Slide. The only thing about the amalgams you got to worry about is they knock down your groups of zombies very continuously. It's kind of frustrating. So you do have to look out for that, because if that happens, your zombies will slow down. And then when you get back to a spot you thought was going to be clear, it may not be. But 100% you can see I'm just following the same strat, going to the outside circle here. I could try to do some damage to this guy now. Whoop, slide, don't let him get you. All right, amalgam number 1's going down. If not, it's close. And then amalgam number 2 is down. Spamming my dead shot because that's what the lovely controller benefit is all about. At any point you get a mutant injection, especially on this map, you got to pick it up. Exfilling on this map is a nightmare in my opinion. Maybe everybody has their own, struggles on maps that they try to exfil from, but I feel like this one's by far the worst. Okay, there's our parasites. I hate trying to lock onto a parasite when you got all the other guys there. Oh, that's awesome. Huge electric charge. Get out of here. Okay, I threw another decoy since we had 2 on deck. Anytime you have double, just feel free to utilize them. Okay, oh, you guys are actually in my way. It's annoying sometimes, though, when the decoy expires and every zombie in existence is on your back, which is what happened right there. And they were all heavy zombies, so I guess the zombies that didn't make it to the circle just so happen to be behind me. Now, at this point in the match, it's basically all execution based, right? Like, you're going to be able to utilize the exact same strat with the exact same stuff all the way until you get eliminated from this point forward. Like, we have every upgrade we need. Obviously, if you have any issues, mistakes, you're going to have to resupply yourself in order to continue going forward. But Wonder Fizz is right there. Everything you need is closely available to you. And I feel like with this strategy, it's just practice and execution, and you guys will be able to live to round 56 in no time. I think a good challenge for at least your best weapon in the game would be to try to survive, like I said, 56 rounds with the Rampage Inducer, 55, and then exfil on 56. No matter what weapon you use, I think that's one of the most fun goals. And if you don't hit that, don't worry. If you get to 20 the first time, well, make that your goal to beat that in the next one and get to 25. And then get to 30, and then so on and so forth. You're going to have runs where you do really well. Maybe at first, you do score streaks included and see how well you do, and then kind of ease your way out of that as you go. Maybe you start going, oh, I'll only use a score streak if an amalgam's alive, and then you just ease off that, and the next thing you know, you're doing all 55 rounds, no streaks, no nothing. The most important thing to keep in mind, especially in this area, is just to keep moving at all times. Like, even if you're running backwards a little bit firing, just keep some sort of momentum in some sort of direction, because it is super easy to get caught up. I want to grab that. I'm going to grab that. And then you can avoid too many issues where you're going to end up getting stuck. Like, as long as you constantly are moving, zombies will be spawning in front of you. It will get a little bit crazy from time to time, but I promise you it'll be survivable. All right, tell me that's the end of it. Is that everything? We did it. We did 31 rounds. At least I didn't go down throughout this run. We had some close calls from time to time. 25 rounds, 24 rounds, I guess, without PhD really changes your whole mindset, right? Oh, and here I am messing this up. I'm just running away, no big deal. Good thing I have a shroud. Forgot to actually activate the exfil. Okay, we activated it. It ended up being worth it anyway. Now we have an insta-kill that we can hang on to for like probably 10 seconds while we get up here. Oh god, this is why I think this is one of the hardest ones. All the zombies end up in your way right off the rip. Okay. Get rid of... Holy crap, that was crazy. Yeah, you definitely don't get that lucky very often. I mean, we just had a most insane thing happen. We had 45 zombies go down to 17 in like a millisecond. Not sure how fast we can kill him. Oh, he's going to grab me. That's a cheesy maneuver. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way here. And we got him. He's down. Yeah, we got super lucky with that insta-kill. It made this exfil insane. All we got to do now... eliminate the last of these guys. Still advocate, no matter how easy that looked, for you to bring a mutant injection, because easily without the insta-kill would have been a lot harder to actually make it out alive. But we did it. We made it 31 rounds. I guided you guys through it. You guys saw what upgrades I got and when I got them. You even saw when I kind of was offset from my normal path as well. But hopefully with this strategy, with the tips and tricks along the way, you guys will live longer than ever before running the Rampage Inducer on Citadelle Des Morts. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!